Hello everybody, welcome back down into the dungeon for another quick kind of look at what's going on down here. I noticed when I was down here earlier trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these actual peppers on the table that I seem to have had another batch of ladybug eggs hatch somewhere along the line, because I saw 2 or 3 of them, the larva kind of ones, crawling around and making some pretty good speed. So let's take a look on the table, see if I can find one of those for you guys, and then, yeah, we'll take a look at the plants themselves. So, looking over a lot of these plants, you know, not finding much other than aphids, and then we get to this little guy right here. See how well the camera will focus for us today. Oh, I'm getting glare there, so I don't know what the image actually looks like, but these guys are so funky looking. Then that'll form its cocoon and come out as a little tiny winged ladybug, and we'll continue running around ravaging the aphids in here. So that is good. Very exciting, a lot of potential. A lot of these plants definitely, I've learned lessons, let's say that, you know, like these styrofoam cups seem to work just fine for the tomatoes. They don't seem to work for the peppers, so I'll try and be avoiding those next year. You know, these chicken buckets seem to be a good idea. They're all solid plastic, but 2 out of the 3 died, so yeah, I won't be using those in my indoor garden. So far, the plants that have gone outside seem to be doing alright. Oh, here we have another one of those ladybug larvae. Trying to get some focus without glare here. Somewhere in there. Hopefully that's showing up better than I can see on my little view screen here. But anyway, yeah, the ahi panic that went outside is doing great. I brought it in last night, didn't seem to have suffered anything for the day. I took it out again today. It has used a fair bit of water, so I know I need to worry about that taking the super chili out, but I think this is going to start spending a little bit of time outside as of tomorrow, because it's big, it's sturdy, it can deal with it. Might even cut that pepper off and put this one out. But then those 3 are definitely going to stay. Thinking the vast majority of things in this cup tray are probably going to go outside because they are the larger, sturdier plants, and ultimately that's what I need. So it comes down to what can handle it and what needs to be, you know, sheltered for at least a few more months. So, you know, these can probably go outside. These probably not. It'll be interesting. I was kind of laughing at myself because somehow this year something went terribly left off of my good solid straight road plan, and I've got all of these tomatoes and so few peppers that are going outside. That was not really the goal. The goal was to put a bunch of peppers outside and a few tomatoes. It's one of the ahi varieties, seems to be developing some flowers. I figure since the season is what it is, there's no point in trying to cut those off anymore. The ahi ahuchapan, I don't know. It's an ahi panic doing very well. Definitely don't want to shake it off over the fish tank right now though. It would be a shame to lose our little friend there. This ahi seems to have, you know, it's got that weird discoloration going on there, but much more even in the leaves, so it must have just been like a temporary nutrient issue. So that's good. I'm still thinking this is not a chocolate moruga pepper, but it is in fact some form of eggplant. But that's cool too, because I never did get around to planting more of those, so we'll just peel that sticker off. And I can remind myself I need to plant more chocolate morugas. It is what it is. But that, I guess, will be for next year's garden, so yeah, it'll be nice to just kind of arrange this properly, have everything spaced out, nice and neat and organized, and a lot less plants to care for, but I think the ones that are here will have a better chance, you know? And then yeah, these guys are going out as soon as it gets warm enough, because this is crazy. This is crazy. I started these way too soon. From the world of started way too soon, the acorn squash is so ready to be productive for me. Just got to keep it alive, transfer it into the sunshine. Hopefully that'll be great. I finally found out why the plants on this side of the aquaponic have been kind of struggling. Turns out the filter that comes with this pump was getting all clogged up with fine particulate matter and was kind of, well, really struggling to move the water all the way up here. This is not the kind of height it was designed for, and I probably should switch it out to my Laguna 400-gallon pump. But right now it seems to be working, so I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Still hoping to see some flowers forming on this ahi panic. But then again, I still need to cut it down a bit, don't I? Come the rearranging of things though, I am going to put this second fluorescent light up beside it here, so each row can have slightly better light distribution. I don't know if that's how I'm going to keep it or not though. I am kind of thinking 1 or 2 LEDs probably would be a better bet for this, more controlled. And ultimately, I do kind of think I need to move this away from the wall. I'd like to be able to do a lap around any of my basement growing areas. And I can sort of wedge myself in there and I can reach across, but it's just not the same. So I've been thinking a lot about these fabric planters that I was sent. Root Pro, I think, who sent me those. And what I can put in them to kind of really give them a good test. I'd love some feedback from you guys on this, but right now I'm thinking I should definitely try one of the tomato varieties in here. I should definitely try at least one pepper variety. I have already got 1 herb growing in the root pouch, 2 herbs growing in the root pouch, because I transplanted that other one, so probably good for those. But I don't know, what do you guys think I should try with these, you know, just to see if it'll do better for me. Herbs probably don't need it, definitely don't need any more mint. Kind of toying with the idea of transplanting this sand dollar, giving it a final season outside, maybe in one of the 5-gallon root pouches. I just don't know. It's been nice to have it around, but I think that pepper tree has reached its end. You'll notice back there though, in the little shard drawer, half of those are missing. They're due outside. Got them sitting in an old igloo cooler. Seems to actually be working fairly well. So they are flopped over a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they'll come back from that in a couple of days. So that's good. And it's only the peppers that I'm bringing in at night. So the shard are dealing with the nighttime temperatures at least as well as the kale are. Actually, the kale outside are looking kind of rough. We'll check that in the next couple of days. But anywho, it's probably about it for now. But if you do have some feedback for me on those root pouches as to what would be good options for, well, experimenting with them and just seeing what their potential is, definitely hit me up. Kind of toying with the idea of maybe one of the melons or the squashes, because you're supposed to put those in hills. So I'm thinking if it's in one of the fabric planters, would that effectively count as being in a hill? Would it grow out properly from there? Could I therefore just kind of plant it on a random location in the front of the side yard and make use of that space? So yeah, definitely if you have thoughts on that, hit me up in the comments. And otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an absolutely fantastic evening, everybody. Quick look here for those who are wondering how the fish are doing. I didn't put up a fish cam video this month. So if you stuck around this long, I hope you enjoy a moment or two here with the fish. As you can see, they're all growing very well. And I've been quite lucky. The blacks have stayed very black. The oranges are very orange. Peaches is still that sort of peachy cream color. So for feeder fish, I'd say they've done exceptionally well dealing with their new home. Still wouldn't mind maybe throwing a few more of them in there though. Use the nutrients in the garden up above, you know what I'm saying? A couple of those guys are getting to be whales though. Try it without this light. Not really much better, is it? Alright, there you go. Take care, everybody.